Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. This one I think is coming out as the first video of Tuesday, and that's mainly because there's just been so many things to go over on Monday. I just didn't want to put out more than 3 videos because it just becomes a bit much, and I wanted to do that. I wasn't going to do an Alliance Quest Raids guide or kind of for dummies guide, but I kind of thought that it was the right time to put that out, which meant that I was going to do a Paragon Gauntlet video, including that Mercenaries type thing guide, which I've done, but I'm going to make that as the second video today, or third video. I'm still waiting for information on the Glory Store update, which I think Kabam are getting round to, but again they've had a few kind of like hiccups here and there. But that's by the by, that's not what this video is about. But here's the thing, I was trying to give you guys as much information as possible without kind of going, look, it's too much stuff to go over. Hey, it's Kabam at the end of the day. But we cover what we cover. Right, so we're going to be talking about this. Glory, extra glory, the glory exploit, kind of. It's not really an exploit. It's a Kabam bug that went all wrong. And, well, we've got to explain what the heck is going on with it. So, where do we all begin? Where do we begin? Well, I mean, first of all, you've probably seen this kind of going about. This image here of like all this glory. Funnily enough, if you add all the glory together, it reaches 9,600 glory, give or take for most people. So look, there's a lot of glory that kind of like comes with it. I would say as well, because the big question will be claiming it. Is that right? Is it wrong to claim it? This can be found in your inventory, so if you go to your inventory, and here's the thing, when I was recording some stuff today, it didn't pop up, and I just reset the game, went into my reward section, and it's there. So you're not really meant to get that amount and volume of glory. I guess it depends where you are at and how much you've kind of reached, because of course they are milestone specific with stuff. So that level of kind of, give out is not really meant to be there. So this all comes from, if you go to your reward section, and I think it's peak milestones. Yeah, peak milestones. All the milestones you've done up to that point, it's like, well, it's not really, that's not really the case of what you need to do, because like you're meant to obviously reach a certain point of going, okay, well, our alliance reached milestone 24 and we got 3,500 glory. Great, because what that does is that adds into the rank rewards, and then you get like an amount. Like you're not meant to be getting nearly 10k of glory, but of course that has been dealt with now. So that's been dealt with. I just read a nice message from my alliance leader. Love you, Les. Right, okay. All that mushy stuff aside, look. When we're talking about the this glory, of course, we need to find out, is kind of like grabbing it is that a problem? Are you going to get in trouble? And so this takes some like twists and turns, and we do have a final answer from Kabam, which I think is the most important. So Kabam, first of all, Kabam might confirm, said this is definitely a bug. We're not sure what actions we're going to take at this time, but we are working to fix this. I don't think you're at risk of anything negative if you claim the glory, but I don't know how the team will decide to handle the situation afterwards. And this is actually really important, because that glory, which we're going to find out, you actually do get to keep it, is going to be beneficial. So I think if I reset this, it comes up with the correct information. There we go. There's the fresh information and the clarification on this. So this is fresh. Like, I actually, funny enough, recorded this video prior and I had to delete it because, look, information changes and the narrative of that video's coverage changes, because Kabam actually made a swift decision, which I'm glad they did. I was worried they were not going to make a swift decision on this particular subject. Thankfully they have. Kabam says, okay, so we have a solution, and I think it's a pretty good one too. TLDR, everybody is getting a lot more glory this week, and we're not going to take any back. Great, so you can just go ahead and claim it, but do not spend it just yet. And this is actually really beneficial and also really important as well, and I'll mention that in a second. I'll come back to this. The solution we've come to is that we're going to chop off the final milestone for this week, and will allow every alliance to earn and claim the rewards that other alliances obtained. This means nobody gets left behind, and you'll get a lot more glory to use. Enjoy. That's fantastic. That's great news. So thanks to Kabam for kind of like acting on that. Of course, it is a bug, but of course, one of the other things is how Kabam choose to act. If Kabam acted in a certain way, I'd say Kabam of like 3 years ago may have said something like, "No, if anybody claims it, you're banned." Or anybody that claims it, the people that claimed it get to keep it, and the people that missed out on it don't get any. Right? This is good. And by the way, not giving them a full pass on that, but I just want to say, look, when they do good things, say they're doing good things. And that's a good response, right? So why is this important? Well, it's important because you'll get some extra glory. Yeah, we know that. Well, look, what has just happened? We've just had a buffed glory store. Fantastic. That means you can spend your heart's desire on some of the newly buffed up and improved things. And as I said, I'm still waiting for Kabam to do a forum post about that because I want to do some comparisons and stuff like that. So we'll probably cover that as the second video of today. The third video being the Paragon Gauntlet guide with stuff. So yeah, I want to do that. I want to get that video out. I've recorded it. I just haven't been able to kind of edit together a nice video for it. So you said, Rich, why is it so important? Well, did you know that Deathless Champions are a thing? Now, look, this doesn't apply to everybody. It will apply to those that are only seeking the 6-star one. So if you're in a position now that you're going to get some extra glory, well, at least if you're kind of like so close to the end of grabbing that Cursed Blade segment from Guillotine, for Guillotine, then at least you've got 8,500 glory literally going to be snapping in to your hands. Potentially. I don't know how it's going to break down for each individual alliance, but it's going to be a good chance that you'll be able to get some extra glory. If extra glory is in there, you get to budget it. If you get to budget it, then you can come to a decision and go, oh, I've already got that piece. What happens when the King Groot one comes about? Well, you could bank some now. You could hoard some of that glory you're going to get from this little, bug issue that Kabam are going to allow you to have more glory in. And when the new piece of it comes in, you could just go, right, well, I've got the 8. Now that you know you need 8,500 glory, potentially, at least you can hold that until the pieces are released. Now, I'm not sure if that's going to stay in the same way, but Kabam did give the impression that they would be similar. So, look, you could hold back 8,500 glory or have that in your bank, so to speak, to then reuse at a later date. So that's that, and that's kind of really positive. But of course, yeah, if you are looking to kind of pick up some nice stuff from the newly buffed Glory Store, which, as I said, I'm a bit unsure about what is actually. Obviously, things have been buffed. There's some definite things you can tell have been buffed, like is it fully formed tier 5 basics? Maybe I'm wrong with that, but it's definitely 100% the volume of tier 3 alpha fragments and tier 6 basic fragments. Kabam basically allowed you to grab that. I don't know if also they've improved the volume and cost reduction in things like tier 6 class catalyst fragment crystals, and I think there's something exclusive for Valiant players, which I do need to double check. Like, I think there might be a selector, but I could be wrong in that particular assessment with it. I think there's some people have no. I don't know. Somebody said that there was a tier 6. Yes, there is actually for those that are Valiant. Means I've got to get the Valiant by the end of the month just to get that tier 6 class catalyst fragment selector. What's the and also like I'm interested in the rotation of it. Is it weekly? It is weekly. See, that's the thing, isn't it? I'm currently in run 3 of Necropolis, and then I've got to have a day of rest. God, I need a day of rest. Paths are ass. And then kind of go back in and do the last 3 in the space of 15 days, which is possible. I've got the units to kind of back me up if I just want to, without hoarding any more kind of like revives. But it's a bit rough to be doing it. It's kind of unfair, but when's this game being fair? Anyway, that is really it for the video and your first video of Tuesday. As I said, look out for the 2 videos coming next, which will be a hopefully dissection of the Glory Store based on Kabam's information when they post a forum post on the matter. If they do, if they don't, then I'll just cover it in general based on this thread which I'm referring to here. And then the Paragon Gauntlet guide will be later on, including a mercenaries guide in it for those that have got or want to go for the 7-star King Group piece, which wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was. It does mean you've got to be very specific and you've got to get a bit lucky, and boosts do help. And of course, I do love using Weapon X in and on some of the champions, so it was great to whip out that champion. But in any case, that has been the video. Have a lovely Tuesday, whatever you're doing, and make sure to check out some other content located on screen. I'll see you all soon. Much love and goodbye.